The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Chubb will get the call, running left, shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll try to throw now. Winston. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. To throw again on second down. Winston. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, Winston. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Chubb, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Ashton Doolin now to return.
And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Tannehill now to throw.
He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
From the 39, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down. It's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. That one is slant to McLaurin.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. A give for Taylor running right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Right. He's checking crap. Check 99. Check 99. Jim.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Here's Tannehill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, it's Taylor, and he'll be forced to dive forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check. Lucky. Check 26.
On the handoff, Taylor only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Check out, bro. Hot.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
50 seconds, I got it. 25, check 25. Check left. 57, Mike, 57. All day. Hey. Run. Took left. Check the hot read. Check three.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
7 yards the pickup there. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Chubb will have the first down and much more. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Winston. And this is caught inside the 5. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
57, Mike, 57. Let's go, let's go.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return is Doolin. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Tannehill. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And some room to work. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready? 54 Mike. Okay, just like that. Just like that. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And we got to get to the box, team. We got to get to the play. Hey, alert 3.
Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Elijah Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Stays on his feet. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Will Fuller
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Check 24, check 24.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Stay at home, stay at home. Hey. Use you. Come to me, it's me. Quick. Block. Check 6 guard.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Parkey is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's more. Room here to run. A big play there on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Tannehill.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run. Chubb. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys, and say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This is Breida. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now it's the backup, Newton. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded inside the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember
a beautiful spin and room to run. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington.
Elijah Moore.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the victory here for Seattle.
And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah.